Yeah, 42 days remaining. We have rain for qualifying, so we have that monkey wrench to go through. But then we do have what should be a completely dry race. Should. Key and operative word. Yeah, it's that light, annoying rain.
I'd take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
I wish you could toggle ahead a little bit. Is the entire session just going to look like this? It looks that way. 45 minutes? Oh, yeah, let's just go out then. Track conditions are pretty much just going to stay the same. Open up the differential. A little slow on the uptake there. Wow. Just no sense of grip. Car just feels so understeery.
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions. So far, our fastest lap is a 1:24.6.
I think we're pretty safe with that time. The track isn't really going to evolve, so. And we'll just gradually, hopefully gradually get better as the qualifying goes on with our laps. Alright, let's roll. Putting in a little bit of focus. Does not take a lot of throttle for the car to just start sliding. That's a little bit better. Yeah, there's not a lot of margin. Just gonna run the times down on this occasion and see what we need to beat. Which is gonna be a 23.9.
1 minute to go.
Just have to find a couple of tenths.
Thirty seconds left in the session.
I think we were quick enough.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
We kind of even went beyond the limits a little bit there, but we got on to pole, looks like.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Williams, De Vries, and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
The Grand Prix. He sounds so excited. Ooh, we should be able to win the rivalry on this race. So be able to do the last couple races without one. All right.
Right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
We're looking at a potentially wet qualifying session. Yeah, we got that. With a dry race. I'll let him do his intro and all that. I'll be right back.
Welcome along to the most populous city in North America and home now to the Mexico City Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd as usual here at one of the shortest circuits on the Formula One calendar. So who, I wonder, will the crowd cheer on today to the top step of the podium? The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.6 miles of track that allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour. And providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right and the remaining 7 going to the left. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Let's talk about Williams. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Williams lines up on pole position, and Nick De Vries
Just in time for the qualifying positions.
Through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and Perez, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Albon, and Esteban Ocon, Norris, Sainz, Pierre Gasly, and Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Russell, Kevin Magnussen, and Nicholas Latifi. Stroll, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Grosjean, Matsushita, and Giuliano Alesi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Please wait.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Weird. Looks about right.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
And then they take control away pretty early. No, tire temps was turned off some time ago. I was curious about brake temperatures. The upgrades do not jive well with tire temperatures, because you end up with less straight time to cool them down. They need like a temperature upgrade somewhere that balances out the upgrades. On the turn one is huge. And then we more or less just go flying into the distance.
Great first lap. Keep it up.
And now I'm just going to try to surge away a little bit. Mexico really is a player track. We're just absolutely flying.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Or it's kind of in another league. Mexico was one of those player favorite tracks, and then it got kind of balanced the other way, and then it got balanced back to being a player track again. That's really weird.
That's one.
The race itself doesn't actually take very long either. It's very short laps.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
I'm afraid that is simply not possible. Aerosol for this track is 6.6. You'd think you'd want it as low as possible for the straight, but these corners in the back kind of just you need aero for them. Whoops. I went a tad wide there. Trying to think for Brazil, my arrow might be backloaded there. Okay, pitting it on lap 11. The DeVries is actually not leaving the Mercs completely in the dust either. And we're getting a second a lap. That's just pretty ridiculously quick.
Nick behind. The gap to the car behind is 7.0 seconds. They're on old softs. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 16.7.
And yeah, my camber is usually the same, minus 250 and minus 1. You can play with, I guess it's actually lower camber settings to get a little bit more like turn response and all that, but I always set my camber up that way because it tends to be the most consistent with tire wear and as the tires wear.
Caution, caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta. Okay, we can take you this lap. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
I changed my mind a bunch of times here.
Complete, go now.
Kind of an average pit stop.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires. Green flag. Caution, caution.
So yeah, we need to go like 25 laps. Or a lap 25, which would be about 15 laps.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Yeah, it just puts us in the driver's seat. I never really turned down an opportunity to gain time. And the VSC can gain you, I think, right around 10 seconds. More like 16 laps, actually.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
There is Valtteri. Nico12 the best is now following. Thank you for the follow, sir. Yo yo. Yo. DRS to chase down Bottas. Stop spamming caps. Oh, was that an all caps message? I do have a caps limiter, so yeah.
Nick is in the pits. Nick in the pits.
You watching the F1 race? You mean the one this weekend? Let's see. That's 17 races, huh? Oh, Portugal this weekend. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably watch it, even though Mercedes is basically winning everything right now.
Yes, great job, great job. Excellent work. First place now, P1.
Jeff is really excited about us overtaking in the pits. Sounds like Portugal's a new track though, so maybe it'll throw a wrench in things. Do you have strict corner cutting on? No. Regular corner cutting. I don't think I've survived any race that's had strict. At least in career mode. De Vries is looking a little bit quicker. Oh, those soft tires do lose pace pretty quick. That was a pretty good corner. Just kind of fling it all over the place. Yeah, with corner cutting, I feel like strict is maybe a little bit too brutal, and normal to me seems to be pretty consistent with real life track limits. I don't know. And sometimes I just do that. There are some corner cuts which in my mind are punitive, and the game still punishes you for them. Would you ever consider turning off 3D corners only assist? I think the issue with it is I could. It would just the main reason I don't is because I've done it, and like the learning curve to like get the lap times to where I am with them would just be like very, very long.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button more.
Because it's one of those deals where I can do it, there's just like a learning curve, like adjusting to not having it. It's one of those things I wish that they got the old F1 games didn't have them at all, like on the original PlayStation. But then they created it and put it into games by default, which caused me to learn how to play with them on. And that's the real gremlin. Because what I'd have to do if I turned them off was get used to the feel of the braking, which without the lines it actually takes a little bit of time to, because then you're going by how much brake pressure you can get away with putting on a corner and still getting through it. Whereas when the line's on, you're not really thinking about that. It's weird. And my thing with assists, I don't mind the ones that are passive, like corners and gears. Same here. I used to play Gran Turismo 1 through 4 without it. The next time I played a sim racer was Forza 7 and I kicked myself for turning it on. Now it's difficult to drive without that crutch. Yeah, and the F1 series turned it on, I think, by default. I've got most of them off. And actually, when I turned off traction control, that was a big deal. That one is actually a pretty positive one for pace, because the traction control actually will keep you from out accelerating the AI out of corners. Approaching back markers. But yeah, I could go through the process of learning how to drive without the line, but it'd be a really long time before I'd get my laps to where they are now, which is basically the reason that it stays on, is just convenience. Traction control and anti-lock brakes will definitely slow you down. Although I think it does make braking way more consistent when they're on. I've never used them. Traction control I've used. Traction control, if you want a massive advantage over other players online in the rain, traction control on is like overpowered for the rain. How do people play without the MFD? How do they know what engine mode they're on? ERS assist for me is on because that's how it is. ERS assist. What does that even do in this year's game? Because the ERS deployment is pretty much stuck on its default setting now.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tire grip around now.
Because you can hit the overtake button. But as far as it actually doing anything, I don't. I'm getting tapped here by the lap car. Looks like he's gotten away without Uh, I mean, the gear shifting I could probably do too, but it's just convenience. You just get left with a lot to think about. It's probably a lot easier if you're using a wheel to do manual gear shifting.
Gap to teammate behind is 9.5 seconds.
I think we're actually standing out a little bit versus DeVries now. And these tire compounds are sucking apart in terms of the lap time capability. I know the medium degrades slower, but it takes a while to equalize a second. Manual gear shaves 2 seconds off my lap times at least, when you can stop on a dime without locking up the tires. I believe you can use it to actually create some sense of traction control as well by using the right gears.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Okay, that put us about where we need to stop. Upshift, yeah. Upshifting's a good way. Because it usually is those lower gears that that will more or less screw you over when you're not using traction control. DeVries should be stopping any time now.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
I thought about using the hards just because they would be a little bit more consistent over the stint. And then our lap times wouldn't really drop. remember I really didn't like the way they felt when I was operating them. These guys keep trying to unlap themselves after giving up the lap. Verstappen goes to the hard tires. There goes De Vries.
Nick is coming in for his stop.
Fully expect him to be slapping on a set of mediums. And Bottas as well. Oh, you mean a regular career mode? I don't know, maybe. I quite like the My Team dynamic.
In this lap, push now.
Playing as an established team isn't as much fun in comparison. Yeah, De Vries is undercutting. Fresh mediums versus mediums that are, yeah. These are 16 or 17 laps old now. They've been through the ringer. A little conservative going in.
Release. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Oh, we gotta keep Grosjean behind. And De Vries is 4.8 behind. We should see this lead start. See, this is where lap car logic is terrible. Like, they just... I'm pretty sure I haven't actively stayed on the racing line, but watch this. He actively slows down. He's starting his behavior to let us go by. But doing it going through a corner is terrible. Like, the game shouldn't actually be doing that. Get through the corner and then by all means. Yeah, they shouldn't be behaving that way. But that's why he actively slowed down on the racing line of that corner. That's just bad. They honestly should behave a little bit differently if you're approaching and you're massively faster. They should just trust you to get by in some instances. I nearly obliterated that AlphaTauri.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
See, if you're in the middle of the way, that's how you should do it. Slowing down towards the end of a corner is not the way to do it.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
Their logic works good when you're in default cars, lapping cars. But when you're like massively faster than some of the slower cars, it just doesn't work.
We're leading our teammate by 8.4 seconds.
Yeah, even that's dangerous. Lando Norris is out of the session.
Yellow flag. Okay, clear.
I'm gonna steal his slipstream. purple twice. I might have ruined the fun. Nope. Fastest lap.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, that hard gambit I don't think it's going to pay off for Verstappen. It's not a terrible idea if you're ahead, because you can hold him behind you long enough. The tires probably do phase into being a little quicker towards the end of the race. Because the pace delta between the highs and the mediums, I think, are only about a half second.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
This has been kind of a long race. Although I suppose I've been doing quite a bit of pausing too.
To teammate behind is 13.3 seconds.
Yeah, you can't really deplete this ERS, which is just nuts. Verstappen is still slower than Bottas. Find that the look to apex option, what is that? Look to, I can't change it for some reason. Oh, cockpit view. I don't use cockpit view, so.
got 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, the soft is the racing tire for sure. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how quick it is.
For now. Keep taking care of them.
We're coming up to the other McLaren now. It's great. The camera driver looks at the apex. I'm going to try and make it more realistic and better while cornering. I have it set to 10. Check it out in a solo mode Grand Prix. It's pretty amazing.
This is your final lap of the race.
Yeah, we're coming up to lap the top 10. Yeah. Pretty straightforward win.
Fantastic drive, and it means your driver's world champion. What a result. Enjoy it.
And so the celebrations begin, and well earned they are indeed.
Second championship for Rachel
But
Williams.
as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level, at the very top, is anything but simple. There's no counting them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race is won today.
Stroll and Verstappen connected on turn 1 at FP2 in Portugal this morning. Have to do something about spacing drivers during practice.
Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Nick de Vries gets my vote today.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races
Ah,
lined up,
52.
be sure to
I must
join
have
us
enough
when we come
wins
back
and fastest
with more
laps to
Formula One.
secure it. Man, what a season.
First of all, congratulations. You must be thrilled. You and your teammate took the top 2 positions today. Have you got the best car out there?
We do. We totally do.
First and second in the championship. What is it that pushes your team above the others? You're the 2020 Formula One champion. How are you feeling right now?
Feel like I'm on top of the world.
Do you think that your close rivalry has helped you out this season?
Okay.
Appreciate your time.
Victory. Advance. All the millions. Do. After a new Cassandra, which means we have to now go and stick it back on the car. Yeah, that's who I'm planning to sign for next season. Giuliano Alesi is worth $12 million. It tells you where F1 experience just really matters. Alright, activities. I don't have to. Oh.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be
Okay.
your rival. Think
That's going to be the end of the stream for
While
today,
you will
guys.
receive acclaim
Thank
for beating
you
them,
so
you'll
much,
lose
as
acclaim if
always,
you fail
for
to do
watching. If you have enjoyed it and you haven't already done so, feel free to follow button one time. Or sub, like, and share if you're on YouTube. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again next time. Till then, later on.